This is part 6 of Behold, the Ingathering of the Firstfruits by the Honorable Yudhe Beit Nun Sofit Yudhe Yahweh Ben Yahweh.
Welcome to International Headquarters for the Nation of Yahweh, the Nation of Israel, the tribe of Judah. It is here that we learn our true history, that Hebrew is our language, Hebrew is our culture, Hebrew is our history. The King James Version of the Bible contains our history from Genesis through Revelation. It is here that we learn the so-called black man of America has an identity as all other people of the earth have identity. The black men of America were brought from the west shores of Africa, and we were all Hebrew Israelites, and are Hebrew Israelites until this day. 2 tribes of us are in America, Judah and Benjamin. 10 of our tribes are in Africa until this day. I'm the one promised to be born from among our people to unite us all. My first job is to reach Judah. Judah is chosen to be the ruler of the earth forever under the laws of Yahweh. Benjamin too comes here and among us and reclaims their heritage. What distinguishes Judah from Benjamin is that Judah is born to rule by their genes and chromosomes and will accept the challenge. Judah is the one chosen to be the ruler, so it's in our genes and chromosomes to hear my voice and hear my call. Benjamin comes also because they too will rule with us, but they don't want the responsibility of rulership. And that's all right with the rest of us who accept the responsibility. That's what distinguishes us. And we're going to rule over all nations. No matter who's ruling today, no matter how powerful they look to you, I'm here to raise you from the bottom to the top. And it's not a temporary work. Permanence. So when you see these so-called black men of America persecuted, treated evil these last 434 years, there is a reason. And the reason is not because other nations are more powerful than we. It is that we became weak when we turned from the laws of Yahweh. Whatever you see as a problem in the so-called black community of America, the reason for those problems is that our people have not accepted the laws of Yahweh to live by. We that are accepting the laws of Yahweh, beginning to live by them, we are blessed. And the world has to admit that we are blessed. We are becoming all of those things that our people can be proud of. Regardless of what my enemies may say against me or around me, I'm still accomplishing a miraculous work in founding the nation of Yahweh. How do you know when one is a member of the nation of Yahweh, or part of the nation of Yahweh? It certainly is not because one wears white. Like everything on the planet, there are those who will mimic you, imitate you, put on clothes to look like you, but the clothes don't make the man. Your character determines who you are. Those who are part of the nation of Yahweh are those who keep the law. And the only way that you can know whether they're living as a part of the nation of Yahweh is to know the law yourself. And then you can see clearly who is real and who is phony. I let both come, but one day I'll finish separating the two. Praise Yahweh. I'm born to separate the wheat from the tare, the good from the bad, the right from the wrong. I'm building the kingdom of good, and all good people are welcome. Bad people may come, but they won't be able to stay. And it's only a matter of time that all bad people will take leave from us. One day soon it will be permanent. Welcome to Feast of Tabernacles. They were given 6,000 years to rule the earth, and I intend to cut that short. Praise God. And all of you who think you have 7 years to do wicked, all of you wicked ones who say, oh, I have 7 years to do wicked and evil, you're making a tragic mistake. You will be just like the people in the days of Noah, who had taught them for 120 years that the flood was coming, and they didn't believe it. When it finally came, they didn't believe it, because they said, so it's raining. Always rains, but it always stops. No big deal. But see, when Yahweh told Noah to go in the day before and close up the ark, everybody laughed because there was not a cloud in sight. When the river wasn't a lake, wasn't an ocean in sight. The ark was built inland, on high ground. So you know everybody laughed. Look at that fool building an ark. Water is nowhere near. And he talking about, we gonna drown, man, shoot. But you who know the Bible know that it began to rain one day after he went in. And it didn't stop until 40 days and 40 nights were finished. And by that time, the only thing living was inside the ark. Except some real healthy fish. The flood was so terrible that it even killed fish. I'm here to warn you that as it was in the days of Noah, so shall it be in this day. Matthew 24. Matthew chapter 24, beginning at verse 37. Let us read.
But as the days of Noah were, so shall also the coming of the Son of Man be. For as in the days that were before the flood, they were eating and drinking, marrying and giving in marriage, until the day that Noah entered into the ark.
Read on.
And knew not until the flood came and took them all away. So shall also the coming of the Son of Man be.
Praise Yahweh. Now that means people today will be like people were then. We just read how people were. They were partying. They're all going to parties, eating, drinking till they were drunk, having plenty of sex, free sex, marriage sex, every kind of sex. It was right here. Drinking, eating, marrying, giving in marriage, partying, doing wicked. Right up until the day that Noah entered the ark. And when the Son of Man comes, I am the Son of Man, you know. I hope you can see that I'm a man. See, people today have the same problem with me being the Son of Man that people had with Noah being the Son of God or a messenger of God or a prophet of God or servant of God. I mean, they had a problem with him. Or they would have listened. The fact that they did not listen did not stop him from being a servant. And because people today do not listen to me, will not stop me from being the Son of Yahweh. It's all a matter of who believes in good, who believes in the Creator, who believes that the Creator has power, and who rejects that the Creator has power. Some will say, well, I don't know you. How can I be sure? Well, you go to John chapter 1 and see if everybody would know me or not. You just see. And if the book says everybody would know me, then you're okay. If you don't know me and the book says everybody would know me, you safe. John chapter 1, verse 10. Read.
He was in the world, and the world was made by him, and the world knew him not.
Here I am, the Son of Man. I made the world. You're looking at the man that made the world. I made the whole world. I did. Now let's be logical. If your wicked mind tells you that I could not possibly have made the world because I was born into the world, then you had to give up the man 1900 years ago, long ago. Because until my coming, you say you believe somebody 1900 years ago was born as a son of God. What do you want to do? Say he can't do it twice? You want to say God can't do it twice? Let's be logical. You say you believe the man 1900 years ago was the Son of God. He was born. You believe it today and you weren't there. But my book tells me don't worry about it, because though I'm in the world and the world was made by me, the world doesn't know me. The book said that's the way it would be. And then read the next verse, 11. Read.
He came unto his own, and his own received him not.
I come to my own people. That's my whole purpose for coming to the world, is to come to you. But my own people refuse to receive me as a people, as a whole. Though I'm in the world, made the world, the world has been deceived by Satan not to know me when I come. Now, if people told you he's coming back, he's coming back, what's the problem with my people? They're looking for somebody with blonde hair and blue eyes. It'll be all right then? Is that it? Any blonde hair, blue eye, it'll be all right. Any one of them. As long as he's blonde hair, blue eye. If he stood up and said it, it'd be all right. What a brainwashing. What deception. I challenge you to go to your library. I challenge you to go to a book publishing company. I challenge you to go. I want you to go to a Christian bookstore and pull out all the different Bibles published by different companies. Make sure you get a Bible published by a different company. And then compare the pictures of the one they say is. And every picture's different. Every one of them look different. Now let's be logical about this thing. If they have a picture of him, then how can all the pictures be different and it be the same man? I'm talking to logical people. You who are illogical, I don't care what you think anyway, because you're impossible. I'm not coming to an emotional people, I'm coming to intellectual people. I'm coming to people who can reason, who are not afraid to ask a question. Some of my people have had trouble when I say, Yahweh is great, good, terrible, and black. He's almighty. You have trouble with that. But if I came and said he's great, good, terrible, and white, everything would have been all right. Because you already know white folk are terrible. Let's be logical now. Don't. You can't shut down on me and say you're logical. See, if you're logical, you have to keep your mind open because I'm asking penetrating questions. It's just logical. Now, here's the logical response, you see. When I come and announce the true color of God is in conflict with the picture that's up in your church. But if you take a picture of the pictures in the churches, all of them are different. So how can it be the same man when all of them are different? I went around to all the churches, so I know. I've compared the pictures, so I know. You do it for yourself and see. What's wrong with you, Yahweh ben Yahweh? You believe in black supremacy? Let's be logical. What's wrong with you? You believe in white supremacy? I know my answer to whether I believe in black supremacy or not will be shocking to you. No, I don't believe in black supremacy, though God is black. But neither do I believe in white supremacy. Even if you do, I don't. But I do believe in supremacy. I believe in being supreme. And I teach my disciples and followers to be superior. We must be superior because God is supreme. And to be his children requires you to be superior like he is. Matthew 5:48. Ain't nobody perfect. Well, if you want to go to heaven, you better hurry up and get to be. You're going straight to hell unless you hurry up and turn perfect. You can't be just almost perfect. You're going to have to be perfect. Because see, the man you say you believe in 1900 years ago said it. If he didn't say it, I'm saying it. I wrote it, I'm saying it. Matthew 5:48. You're doomed to hell unless you're perfect. Read.
Be ye therefore perfect, even as your Father, which is in heaven, is perfect.
See, your father is not the man you thought is your father. Some of our people don't know who to think their father is anyway. Never saw him. See whether he was good or bad. But your true father is Yahweh, and he's in heaven, and he's perfect. And you're required to be just like him. You read it. Let's be logical. Go back to John chapter 1. I'm in the world was made by me, and the world does not know me. They're hearing about me, but they don't know me. See me on television, but they don't know me. Hear all kinds of things in the street, but they don't know me. I come to my own people receive me not. Verse 12. Read.
But as many as received him, to them gave he power to become the sons of Yahweh, even to them that believe on his name.
So you have to believe on the name of the Father. And the Father's name is Yahweh. Now you have to go look this name up yourself in your dictionary, Y-A-H-W-E-H, and find out yourself. Then you'll know his name is not the man 1900 years ago. When you look up Y-A-H-W-H, you see that that's the God of Israel. You look it up in encyclopedias, same. You look it up in Bible dictionaries, the same. God of Israel. So ever since Israel was, Yahweh was their God. Huh? Now when Moses came, he said he came in the name of the God of Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob. Exodus 6, 3. Exodus 6, 3. So don't tell me about somebody 1900 years ago. I appeared to Abraham. And I appeared to Isaac. And I came in the flesh and appeared to Jacob. All three. I did. So this is before the time of 1900 years ago. Let's be logical and deal with this. Yahweh existed and made appearances before anybody 1900 years ago. Read.
And I appeared unto Abraham, unto Isaac, and unto Jacob by the name of Yahweh Almighty, but by my name Jehovah was I not known to them.
Aha. So you can hang up that Jehovah Witness business. Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob didn't know no Jehovah. In fact, no God by the name of Jehovah exists. The letter J did not come into existence until the last 600 years. Research books, go to the library and look it up yourself. The etymology says the letter J is less than 600 years old. So there's no Jesus or Jehovah. No John, no Joshua, no Jeremiah, and no Job. None of that existed. You will go running back in history trying to find somebody named Jeremiah, Joshua, and Job. You'll be lost. John, you can't. They never did exist by those names. Letter just came into existence. The pronunciation just came into existence. Don't believe me, you have to do research. See, if you don't research this, then you'll just be all mixed up. I don't want you to believe me because I say it. Everything I say, challenge me. Let's be logical about this thing. Reason. You have to be a student to follow me. You can't be dumb and follow me. You have to be re-educated because you've been miseducated. If you were properly educated, then you'd know me. Can you imagine your God come to you and you don't know what he looks like? Your Father comes to see you and bless you with life eternal and make you rich and prosperous and successful, set you free from all of your enemies, make you the ruler of the earth forever, and you don't know him when he comes. He comes with an inheritance for you, and you don't know him when he comes. But it takes an awful lot of love on the part of a father to help you to know him just so he can bless you. Now we'll go back to John. See, this is what Feast of Weeks is all about. Feast of Tabernacles is all about. Passover is all about. Feast of Unleavened Bread is all about. All about High Holy Day, Day of Atonement, Memorial Blowing of Trumpets. All these days are about us remembering. And each feast is designed to give us another part of our memory back. We should know this, but we don't know this. So you say, well, you come to your own people and your whole people don't receive you, so you should be finished. No, I'm not. I'm not defeated. See, let me show you I'm not defeated. John 1 and 12. Let's read it again. Read.
But as many as received him, to them gave he power to become the sons of Yahweh, even to them that believe on his name.
All of you can become sons of Yahweh. You don't have to be jealous of me because I am. I'm just the first one given the power to give you the power. That's the way Yahweh does things. He's so powerful that he doesn't take an army of people. He doesn't need a university. He doesn't need a public school system. He doesn't need a university system in this country or any other country to get the whole world to bow to his will. All he needs is one man. That's how powerful he is. He's one, so he just sent one. So now it comes down to a simple test of, but as many. See, you get it? But as many as receive me. My whole people may not, but as many of my people that receive me. It is to you that receive me and believe on my name that I will give the power to become the sons of Yahweh. Those who don't receive me don't deserve the power to become anything but a crack addict, dopehead, prostitute, a slave, to be on the bottom of civilization. If you don't receive me, you deserve to be that way. Because the creator of the heavens and earth raised me up from among you to cause you to return to him and worship his name and glorify his name. And as many as receive me, that's what we do. Who do we praise? Yahweh. So you can't deny it. There it is. Let's be logical. You are hearing as many as receive me praise Yahweh's name. So I'm successful. I started out all alone, all by myself, right here in Miami. I personally walked the streets of Miami and just handed out the word. I'm causing that to happen. That shows you how powerful I am. And I talked about the devil stronger then than I do now. I've been pretty cool lately. I'm so busy raising you up to be superior till I don't talk about the devil much anymore. I haven't changed my mind about him. The only time I'll change my mind about the devil is when he stopped being one. When he stopped being wicked, I'll stop being upset with him. When the devil stops being evil, I'll stop being angry with him. Right now, I'm angry with the wicked every day. Who is the devil? White man? Yeah. Yellow man, brown man, red man, and black man. All of y'all the devil. That don't like God. Anybody that's against God is the devil. Look it up. Look up Satan in your dictionary. Let's reason together. Let's don't be emotional about it. Look it up in the dictionary. It says Satan by definition is one who is opposed to God. He's opposed to the will of God. That's what a devil is. So it doesn't matter what your skin color. If you don't like the laws of God, you're against him. If you don't like the laws of God, you're against him. That means you like the laws of man. You rather make a man your God. Whoever you vote for just isn't God. But you want to put your hope in men that are not God. That's why you have trouble. You put your trust in Yahweh, you won't have problems. Men try to give us problems, but we overcome them. No matter what they bring against us, we'll overcome it. Whole government's against me. I'm still overcoming it. They can't win against me. My father said so. Praise Yahweh. Yahweh said he will contend with any man that contends with me and will consume anybody that messing with me. And I told you on West 57th Street, mess with me and I'll send Hugo on you. I'll send Hugo after you. And Donna and Iris and Shelley and Kelly and Terry and whoever. Nothing you can do about it. And the headlines of the paper said it looked like the end of the world. It's just a preview, that's all it is. It's just a warning that the end of the world is here. The end of the world, you know, is here. I'm here establishing a new earth. Brand new earth. My name is Yahweh ben Yahweh. That means I am God in the flesh as the Son. Now, if you're illogical, you say, what? Well, let's go back to John. John was an incredible man, wasn't he? My book showed me John was the man. Not who you thought was the man. John baptized your man. You have to study what all that means. 14, verse 14. Read.
And the Word was made flesh, and dwelt among us, and we beheld his glory, the glory as of the only begotten of the Father, full of grace and truth.
That's what I am. I am full of grace, and I'm full of truth. You can't go and find anything contrary to what I'm teaching you. And all tonight, thus far, you've been in the Bible. Now let's be logical. Let's be logical. If the Word could become flesh 1900 years ago, how can you deny the power of this same Word being flesh today? Logically. I'm not talking about your emotion. I know you're in an emotional trip right now. You're really suffering emotionally, but we're talking about intellectually, logically. How can you say that I can't be in the flesh today when you say someone did 1900 years ago and you haven't seen them yet? Got to be reasonable, man. You can see me, you can question me, you can trace down what I'm doing, you can check out my works against anybody 1900 years ago or any other time up until now. And I'm greater than everybody ever been, and ever will be, ever was, is, or ever will be. A man's character is determined by his name. My name is Yahweh ben Yahweh. There is no name to equal this name. There's a lot of men running around with the name Jesus. They call him Jesus. Half the Mexicans have that name, half Cuban, they all run around with Jesus. Who are you looking for? Well, he must already be a Jesus all over the place. There's only one Yahweh ben Yahweh on the planet. I won't allow another one. There'll never be another one for one of us. And when you read of the work that the Son of Yahweh would be required to do, then it's already too late for another one to come. What's he going to do? Duplicate what I'm doing? The purpose of the Son is to glorify the Father. And I've glorified Yahweh's name all over the planet. So how can somebody come after me and do a better job than I'm doing when I have the planet saying Yahweh? And when I came 10 years ago in Miami, there wasn't nobody saying Yahweh. You weren't going anywhere to sit up and hear you about Yahweh. But now from all over the country and all over the world, people are coming to hear about Yahweh. This name I'm proclaiming and glorifying. And when you study and learn about it, you'll begin to say, praise Yahweh. Can you imagine me on international TV? All the satellites would fall out the sky. All the generators that operate television would all suddenly go dead. Everybody's TV set would have snow in it. They don't dare let me ask logical questions to the world live. Because I'm full of grace and truth. And the enemy knows, my enemy knows that the truth will make you free. And though he does not want me to tell the truth, I'm still telling it. He doesn't want you to hear the truth, but you're still hearing it. And I'm getting the job done. Then before I finish, the whole world will be full of the knowledge of Yahweh. Isaiah 45. Isaiah 11 now. Oh, yes. May not be full yet, but it will be. Isaiah 11. Isaiah chapter 11, verse 9. Read.
They shall not hurt nor destroy in all my holy mountain, for the earth shall be full of the knowledge of the Lord Yahweh, as the waters cover the sea.
I made the world, I'm in the world, the world doesn't know me. Look what I've come to do. Make sure they do know me. That's how powerful I am. Well, the whole world doesn't know me, but see, I'm going to make sure the world is full of the knowledge of Yahweh. Not just hear my name, but be full of the knowledge. That makes me some kind of man. From one man right here in this city. That ought to tell you something. You look around at all this power. And we're all one, too. Oh, yes, we are. Those that receive me, we're one. Now, all those hanging around and have white on are not necessarily one with me, but all that receive me are one with me. Whatever I speak, whatever I command is carried out. It will be obeyed. You want proof? What's our motto?
Our motto is one God, one mind, one love, and one action.
We're all for one?
And one for all.
And we want for our brothers and sisters?
What we want for ourselves.
What about Sue?
If I have a whole suit, you may have half of my whole suit.
You may be seated.
Praise Yahweh, thank you, sir.
See, I have power.
Yes, sir.
And no other leader you know has it. That makes me the most powerful man, period. I'm the most powerful man on earth, in the universe. And although there are other countries that have huge armies, but see, I can stop every one of their armies. I can send a plague. I can send a fog in and stop every military aircraft from taking off the planet. They can't even take off without my will. We're talking about God tonight. Don't tell me what God can't do. If your God can't do that, you better switch to Yahweh. So Yahweh does these things. I have the power to control weather. I don't care whether you believe it or not. Step out in Hugo, you'll know how awesome I am. If you miss that one, I'll bring some more through. You'll understand. God is trying to tell you something. His name is what? Yahweh. See, nobody has ever had power like this among our people. And we're volunteers. Yeah, we free. We go all over the country. Nobody has to be here. We're here because we want to be here. We submit to the will of Yahweh because we're intellectual. Praise Yahweh. You join all other religions out of emotionalism. But I don't want emotional people following me. I like for you to be emotional about what you believe in, but I go for intellectual people. I go for people who can reason. I go for the superior mind, the mind that doubts and questions everything and then comes to a conclusion and live with it. I've had enough of dumb people being around me. I don't want nobody dumb around me. I want someone that when they give their tithes, they know what they're doing. They know why they're giving a tenth. They understand the blessing of the tenth. They understand the blessing that it is to give a tenth to the Creator, Yahweh. Oh, that's power. I know it. I said I won't stop until the whole world is full. of the knowledge of Yahweh. John chapter 4. Just thought I'd introduce myself to some, reconfirm to others. John chapter 4. Let's look at John chapter 4, verse 4. I'm here to let you know you are of God, Yahweh, little children. And you that have received me have overcome the wicked of the world. Why? Because greater is Yahweh that is in you than he, the devil, that is in the world. That's why we're being blessed above all people. Because Yahweh is greater in you than the devil is in the world. The wicked are of the world, therefore they speak of the world, and the world hears them because the world is wicked. That's in verse 5. But we that are followers of Yahweh are of Yahweh. And he that knows Yahweh knows us. He that is not of Yahweh will not hear us. Hereby know we the spirit of truth from the spirit of error. That means pure and simply that if your mind, your heart, your genes, your chromosomes rebel against the truth of Yahweh, you're of the world. And you're suffering from a spirit of error. But every one of you that received my message from Yahweh, then you are of the family of Yahweh. You, in fact, are the children of Yahweh. And that's what Feast of Tabernacles is all about. Calls us to remember that. Genesis 33:17. Genesis chapter 33, verse 17. Read.
And Jacob journeyed to Succoth, and built him an house, and made booths for his cattle. Therefore the name of the place is called Succoth.
Now, there's a shelter in the back that is a booth, patterned after the booths of 4,000 years ago, right here in this auditorium. And each of you should go in there, and it's not a place to bounce around and laugh and joke, but you should go in there and think that you are experiencing 4,000 years of history. And here we see Jacob built booths for his cattle, which means that when we came out of Egypt under Moses, because of our rebellion, we were forced to live in a shelter that was only fit for cattle. We were forced to live in shelters that was fit for beasts. And that's the price we paid for 40 long years in the wilderness. We had to live in booths that were only fit for animals. And wherever God's children are, that have rebelled against him, you'll find them living in housing that is only fit for animals. And when you travel throughout America, the wealthiest country on earth, there's a certain group of people that live in large sections of every city called ghettos. And their housing is only fit for animals. Some of the houses are more dirty than what an animal would tolerate. I've watched birds, the mother and father birds, fly into the nests where the babies are and pick up the droppings from the bird babies and fly off with it and drop it on the ground. They refuse to let that waste stay in the nest. We have God's children living in America who refuse to clean their house. Children of God living in conditions worse than an animal would live in. Booths, little booths. My people live in little booths. They call them apartments, but it's a booth. By definition, it's a booth. Dirty booth. Filthy booth. Booths fit for cattle. Some booths unfit for cattle. That's a terrible way to live. You know why we're living in the ghetto all across America? Because we turned our back on our God, Yahweh. He said we would be cursed like this if we turned our back. That's what Feast of Tabernacles is all about. Remembering.